My name is Mike Dodane. I live at 854 East Wildman. And I'm here tonight to talk about the kind of tacky and questionable situation over the dog track.
You're watching a Longwood City Commissioner meeting last night. Who's Mike Dodane?
This is what we get to see driving by there. Signs have been displayed for a couple of months now. To say they're unsightly would be a kind thing to say.
Hey, here's the art Mr. Dodane's talking about. Maybe he doesn't like Elvis.
As far as I can discern, these are unpermitted, non-conforming signs. If they're political signs, which they are.
Mike Dodane is the guy behind me, up there in the middle, on the billboard, right there. That's Mike.
No question. They're completely non-conforming. I'm guessing unpermitted. They're too.
A year ago, Mike Dodane was running to be a Longwood City Commissioner, and I burst his bubble and went after his other two cohorts, Mango and Weller, and I helped prevent those guys from winning. I made videos on them, and I used my art to stop them.
Big. There's more than one on any given face of the road. Why are they still there?
Dodane's butt is still hurt because he lost. He's a sore loser, and he's a big crybaby, and he's been complaining about my artwork up on Ronald Reagan and at the track.
It's kind of embarrassing to drive by here these days.
What's embarrassing is you're a sore loser, Dodane. You can't get over it. That's funny.
Political signs, that's an advertisement for the dog track.
It's not an advertisement for the dog track. I'm urging voters to vote no on Amendment 13, obviously. Hey, check out some of these little clips from when I was campaigning against these guys. I would stand on the busiest intersection in Longwood on Ronald Reagan Boulevard in 434. A lot of times Matt Morgan was with me. A lot of times I was by myself. And I confronted these guys. I held out my big cutout painting of Matt Morgan and my signs, and made videos on these guys almost daily.
People won't be holding up signs anymore. They'll be holding out big cutouts. There's that Dodane dummy right there. Ding, 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 ding.
He's probably trying to call the police on me, but I ain't breaking no laws. Neglecting our first responders, turning this place into a ghost town.
No gray matter here. That's an advertisement. I, as a business owner in City of Longwood, put a sign like that up. I'm going to catch hell. Why is that still up? I don't understand.
No, you basically don't understand how an artist that just paints stuff in his backyard prevented you from becoming a commissioner. And you got the biggest sore butt over this whole deal that anyone's ever seen. Look, hey, look how this guy's acting because he lost. Imagine what this jerk would be like if he won.
So that's political sign, advertising, or is it fencing? Well, if it's fencing, I'm going to say that it was not permitted, it was not inspected, and it certainly wasn't installed correctly. That's gorgeous.
Hey, what Dodane's got up on the screen now is a picture of this piece of artwork right here. And man, is that a cool piece of art or what? So what happened was, I thought the wind blew it over, all right? And it was laying face down for one day, and he's got pictures of it. I'm wondering if maybe he tipped it over and took a picture of it.
That's really a good welcome to Longwood. So really, advertising, signs, whatever you want to call them.
So check it out. I did paint Dodane during that commissioner fiasco, and I don't think he liked it. I commonly referred to Dodane back then as liar number 3.
I'm going to call this art. I'm just going to say that you have a different taste than I do, because I don't find that artistic.
You start lying, when you have to lie, you show your hand.
Yeah. Well, these guys lie and then they get caught like immediately. Just don't hit the police car behind them.
In any way, that's not good. If we want to call them,
So during that whole, what I dubbed the commissioner fiasco a year ago, I took it easy on Dodane. I mentioned his name, but I never said anything bad about him really, other than he was connected, joined at the hip with the Mango and the Weller. I basically left him alone. But man, was I wrong, right? Dodane turned out to be the biggest sore butt crybaby there is, man. He's still trying to figure out a way to get at me for that.
If you're going to call this art, you're really heading down a slippery slope. So understand there's some hearings or something coming up on trying to do some variances or something. You got to understand that.
Hey, since I've been putting up artwork around Longwood and stuff, I've never heard any complaints whatsoever until the commissioner fiasco, when all of his buddies were complaining. I get nothing but compliments on my Facebook page. I never get any complaints. The only people that don't like it is this Dodane guy, Mango and Weller, and their friends. Who cares what they think?
If you allow this kind of stuff to go on, the rest of the businessmen in Longwood can do the same thing. I can paint my logo on a piece of wood, throw it up against a tree, call it art. You're not going to be able to do anything about that if this is allowed to persist. So
go ahead, Dodane. Paint something on some wood and stick it up. I'd love to see what it looks like. You don't think that's art, pal? Let me see you paint a greyhound, you idiot. It's true, this art's been up for a couple months. And we got a couple months left to go. There's a reason I painted this stuff there, Dodane. You know what I mean? I'm trying to save a couple hundred jobs here in Longwood. I'm trying to save thousands of jobs. You ever do anything bigger than yourself? You ever think of anything other than yourself there, Dodane? I hope you feel stupid when you see this video. You keep acting like a big butthurt crybaby, I'll keep making these videos, bro.
this is just downright embarrassing for Longwood right now.
All I ever hear from the people of Longwood say on my Facebook page is how proud they are of the art. This is embarrassing for you, dude.
The fact that it's happening at the Longwood dog track could insinuate that city commissioner has something to do with that and that he gets special treatment. That's not a good thing to present out there.
What Dodane's talking about there is Mr. Drummond. Mr. Drummond works security at the track, and Drummond is the one that was running against Dodane, and Dodane lost. I supported Drummond, and I never see Mr. Drummond ever. I hardly ever see him. Nobody asked me to do this stuff, guys. Nobody. Drummond didn't ask me to do it. I'm doing this whether people wanted me to help or not. I'm doing this for the Greyhounds, man.
So we got to get this cleaned up. Something's got to give over there. It's been up there for a couple of months. It's really kind of out of hand.
Hey, this will all be cleaned up in under a couple of months after we vote on November 6th, after we vote no on 13. Just hold on to your sore butt until then, Dodane, all right? What a crybaby. Man, every time I turn around, I gotta wrestle a scoundrel, man. There's no end to the idiots out there that I gotta wrestle with.
So my only warning is, wherever you're going with this, art, giving any variances, slippery slope. Be aware that if this is allowed to persist, then the rest of us get to do it. So be careful with that.
No, you don't get to do it, because I got permission from the city, and I'm pretty sure your art sucks.
Those are political signs. Okay, those are there right now. They're not permitted.
It was roughly a year ago when we voted in our commissioners, and I spent a lot of time making videos and making fun of these idiots and waking people up, and Longwood came out in droves to make sure that those three idiots didn't get in there.
Yeah. You're a future voter?
Thank you for keeping our mom in our school.
Aw.
And this Dodane character suffers from the biggest sore butt in history. You lost the election, dude. You lost. You're a loser.
There's more than one on the face of a business, and it shouldn't be there at all. Mike Miller can't put a sign there right now. Why is that there? Why isn't code enforcement picking this stuff up and getting it cleaned up?
Maybe because the residents of Longwood like me, and they're not so fond of you, pal.
But it is gorgeous.
You got about 10 seconds left.
All right. So have a nice evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, this is the worst case of sore butt syndrome I've ever seen in my life. How you complain about this piece of art right here? That turns from a Greyhound into Vote No on 13. Come on, man. That is awesome. You don't like that kind of art? What's the matter with you, Dodane? You big crybaby? Where else can you see one painting turn into another painting? I hope Dodane isn't planning on running for something else after he lost that commissioner seat. Everybody can see he's just a sore loser. Let's just call him a loser. Hey, Dodane, I just stopped off at Ace Hardware to get you something. A little bit of monkey butt there. You know, for your sore butt. Monkey butt from Mr. Monkey Butt. Keep it up, Dodane. I'll take an hour out of my day to wrestle with you anytime, because you're a jerk.